right, everyone, it's time. It's Wednesday. Time to look at some YouTube comments from last week. I got some juicy ones today, so we're just going to go right into it. If you want to be part of this video, leave a comment on something I do. You might make it in the video. Generally, we invite anything from insightful to Mario plugging to Mario complete hatred. Whatever you want. And maybe it'll come in the video. Alright, like, comment, subscribe. Start here at DigiGuard United, aka Varney. I'm not going to read this whole comment. It didn't even capture the whole comment. It's a long one. I appreciate him, so I'm covering up until here. But if you want to read the full comment, which is about another screenshot worth of length, I'd say, go read the video, the Digimon Doom posting one from Sunday. Real talk, I've seen the Digimon Doom posters. You aren't one of them. You are critical of the game, which is good, but I have also seen you give kudos to Bandai. In general, whenever we have a discussion on podcasts about the state of the game, there are a few select culprits, mostly in the Facebook group, that come to mind. On the general topic of Doom posting and game health, it is okay to talk about the game's state and things we wish to be improved upon. What people don't realize is the game is headed in one direction. Bandai's direction, and they may or may not like that. I don't mind reading a post every so often about some gripes players have with the game, but when it's a weekly occurrence, it's really annoying, and that in itself is Doom posting and not promoting a positive vibe for the game, in my opinion. We aren't in an Ophok Anubis times. Players can say what they want, but that was an objectively worse meta and warranting of if these cards don't get hit, the game will die takes. It happened in Japan. Competitively speaking, we aren't in a diverse meta. Not as diverse as post-list BT15, but still diverse. Should cards be hit? Yes, of course. There should always be new lists to help inject life into a metagame, but we should be reasonable and realize that today's game is not the game of the past. Which is true. Which, unfortunately for me, is true, because I really liked old Digimon more than what we're playing today. But, yes, I'm critical. I'm very critical of Bandai, but I do praise Bandai when I think they do a good job on something. That's because I'm just simply objective. You know, that's how that goes. You know, I don't have a hard-on for Bandai one way or the other. I just like the game. I want the game to do well. And it is my job as someone who buys and sells Digimon cards for a part-time living. It's a funny sentence. You have to be critical. You gotta be. Like, you know, if you spend so much time on something and you kind of need it, sort of, for your whatever, your life, you want it, you should be critical of it. There are a lot of snowflakes out there. I don't want to say this, but there are a lot of snowflakes out there, and this was made really apparent by my video, but after digging and looking at other things. Like, how dare you criticize my hobby? My hobby is perfect the way it is. Shame on you for criticizing this wonderful hobby. Like, there are people who will not be swayed one way or the other. There's actually a comment I didn't include in this video, but someone basically said, yeah, I like getting effed by Purple Hybrid. Like, so it's not for you. You're fine. But, like, I'm going to be critical because that's what I'm choosing to do. Because I make content because I want to provide information, and I can't provide information if I'm not being honest, or at least giving my honest opinion if I'm giving an opinion. I appreciate the very long comment, Varney. I look forward to talking with you soon. That is all. Arrogant? Yes. Doom poster? Nah. Basically a really, really short version of a lot of the comments in the video. A lot of people do think I'm arrogant, which is kind of true. But no, not a Doom poster. Some people still think I am, but that's okay. Not going to win them all. Griffin Lord. I'm a BSS refugee coming to Digimon, and I appreciate knowing about potential pitfalls as I get more in the game. I don't like negative content as a general rule, but I hate not knowing about problems more. Ideally, I like videos that propose answers and things we can do, like we get I1, we can do, like we get I1, we can put on the set series or something. I don't know what that last part was supposed to indicate, but, like, you know, it's nice to be a BSS refugee here, because I'm actually be using your game as a scale to weigh Digimon on. Because now we know what to look for, which is really important. And luckily, Digimon is nowhere near that point right now. Clubbing Seal Cub. Honestly, the game is kind of cooked right now. All the high-tier decks do stupid bullshit on turn 2, and you can't beat a high roll without a bigger high roll. A lot of people like that comment, and you know, while it is a bit over dramatized, in my opinion, it's kind of true. Like turn three, I think is a lot more reasonable. Turn two, I've seen it. I've been the one who does it. I've been the one on the other end. Someone did me with it. It does exist. I'd say turn three is a lot more common. Turn four, like every time. If you have a game go past turn fours, it's something else. Rizu, another content creator, by the way. I love how that you hate Reddit the same way I hate Facebook. You know, I don't actually have that much exposure to Reddit. And the only way I knew about this is because I have people that give me information where it comes to places I might not be looking often enough. But I'm going to be really clear. The Facebook group is sort of kind of not better. You have a lot of opinionated people giving their opinions, smacking down people for having an opinion one way or the other. It's just, it's not quite Zodiac Duelist bad, but it's getting there. I could make a whole video on it, but I'm not going to. I'm not a big fan of the Facebook group. I barely post there. I used to post my videos there over time, but I stopped. There's reasons for that. Again, different topic for a different day, but I'm not a big fan of Facebook either. But that Reddit stuff was insane. I never use Reddit, by the way. I don't use it. Lord of Caffeine. This was the guy that kept popping up in the Doom posting video from the Reddit thread. Lord of Caffeine says, made a new YouTube account just to chime in here. I think that this was a pretty good response to the Reddit thread. Overall, my one criticism towards your previous video, that being too short and not elaborating on individual points enough, is somewhat remedied because I find a lot of what you're saying in this video here to be very agreeable. Found myself agreeing with most of what you had to say. Definitely looking forward to your Biting Crush video if you're actually making it. As someone who has been very vocal in the subreddit about wanting Bandai to print more generically available solutions to polarizing problems like Madden X and Mother, I think that that's a very interesting topic to tackle. Almost makes me want to start content creation, not gonna lie. This is really cool. Yes, I do plan on making the Biting Crush video, whether it's this week, next week, I have no idea. It's gonna come at some point. But, you know, it's really cool that people still think about making content in 2025, because I've been convincing people to make content in this game since 2020, which is like it's nice to see. You know, even a Digimon Doom poster arrogant SOB jerk face like me can convince people to do cool things like that. So that's all the comments on that one video. I think I made my point very clear here. There's one more comment we'll get to, where I'll summarize it. Moving along, though. Shelby Ramen. Both Galactamons will be played. The old one allows for deleting any Digimon. I'm thinking it's a 3-3 split. We don't know until testing is done. Yeah, we also don't know all the cards we're getting either. Maybe we do, actually. There's a good chance that maybe we do. But I think we still have another Zenith reveal. Maybe something else. I don't really know. We'll test it. We'll find out. But I'm going to be real. Playing a option that nukes your opponent in the face, that's worth playing a 4-4 line of the Galactamon and the option, in my opinion. If you think I'm wrong, though, you know, tell me. I'm not a Galactamon pro by any means. There's another person in our group that is. I'm not. But he thinks it's a 4 of. So I don't know. Justin, so excited to see your ban list, your reaction to the 316 ban list. Yes, my plan is to be awake early and stream it as soon as it goes live. Like, I have an air mattress in my shop that I'm going to blow up, spend the night here. People are going to text me and call me, blow up my phone with my ringer on when that ban list goes live. I'm going to go live on Twitch whenever that is, and we're going to have fun with it. That is my plan for the ban list. I see no reason why it won't happen unless something crazy happens, but that is the plan currently. K-Long Right. Did you see the spice you got on the recent DigiDane video? What's your take that you're not positive enough in your videos to promote an invitation to play for new players? I don't know what DigiDane is. I don't know this video. If someone wants to like comment down below the link to this video so I can watch it later, that would be cool. But there's a difference between being positive and being critical. That's not something that people understand, which I've realized from all this Reddit nonsense. People just, you know, if you're critical, you're negative, which is not really true. Critical is critical. There's no connotations, and sometimes I will use my opinions to say, okay, I'm being critical, but Bandai really fucked up. That's okay. That's fine. Not a big deal. I would argue the opposite, though. I do promote invitation to play for new players. You know how many times in the last 5 years, people will message me and they'll say, "Hey Mario, thanks for the market advice. I'm gonna play the game, and I got these cards really cheap. I appreciate it," or whatever. I've even got messages that people are telling me, "I'm gonna play the adventure deck just because of your coverage on it." Like, I get messages like this every week. I don't even know. I responded like none of them, and my Discord messages are a wall that cannot be broken at this point, like the Great Wall of China in my Discord messages. I just don't have the time or bandwidth right now to deal with it. I see messages though on Messenger, Facebook. It's easier. I see them. I don't always respond, but I see them, and I would argue that new players do play the game, and I definitely do convince some of them to go to that side. So this Digidane video is just wrong. But I am interested in seeing the video and his thoughts and opinions and whatever. So let me know. Ish0893. Now we know how Zenith won the championship. Nice little reference to Digimon Liberator and Ragnarok Cannon and all that stuff. Oops, Agumon. I really don't understand why Bandai feels the need to print new OTKs designed as OTKs. A good portion of the ban restriction list was made to take out OTKs. Cards like these don't give me hope for the future. Well, it is just part of the problem with the game, right? They keep making the game faster. They keep printing fast cards. Ragnarok Cannon is a fast card where you can play it turn 2 and you can delay it turn 3 and then it's over. Like, that's crazy. And for those of you that say, "No, Mario, you're wrong," our Galactamon player in our group did it to me in one match over the course of 3 games, proxying those cards. It's fucked, for lack of better terminology. And it sucks. And I agree with the sentiment Oops Agumon says here. You wish too much. There's this guy at locals who only plays SetCon, and it can be really annoying to progress a game. His win con is a slow deck out. I'm okay with this card existing. Honestly, if you feel that way, then Ragnarok Cannon is for you, and I hope to see you have success with it for sure. Next, we have here Mastemon exists, Mario Mommy. I made a couple of Mastemon references on a video, and I got a little carried away. That's where that came from. Jack Shintaku. As usual, should have listened to Mario and bought my Oryuken Aces. I was waiting for my friend to open his case so I could buy it from him. I'm glad I got screwed. Well, tell you what. You were granted a second chance. Where is Alphamon Oryuken Ace right now? Where are we sitting? Okay, it's back up a little bit. But, like, I would argue this is still better than what it might be. So it's up to you. Again, you should have bought it when I did Market Watch, probably on Monday or Saturday. Hopefully you did, because this is a little bit dated. This comment was from a while ago. But, not too bad right now. Not $10 or anything like that. Next, Scruffy Jake. Pull the War Greymon cereal from 3 Walmart packs. There goes all my luck for the next year. I'm jealous of you. My case had 0 lottery cards, so I'm a little upsetty spaghetti about it. Could it be my 3rd strike? I might make a different video on that. I don't know. Virgin Ears. Honestly, I don't think that people notice that at its core, that Tau looping was definitely intended. It feels too coincidental. Oh, I'm sure someone at Bandai HD, when they were making these cards, thought, you know what? Yep, sure, let's do it. It was probably intentional, because I don't see how you accidentally do something like this. So I do agree with this. Wish. Yo, man, more Card Wars content, please. Kickstarter just ended in the community, which has grown so much. So excited to play the new cards. Please make some gameplay videos. I know you've done a deck overview and maybe a tutorial, but regular gameplay would be so much fun for people who enjoy the game. Thank you for love your work. I do plan on it. I think I said this a week or 2 ago. I will make a Card Wars video again when things calm down and just talk about and all that kind of stuff. Gameplay, yeah, for sure. I have one guy that's really interested in the game. He lives in Toronto, unfortunately. The rest, the people here, aren't like super interested, but they'll play the game if I ask them to, but they don't really enjoy it. So I'm working on that. We'll figure it out. And I'm also thinking at some point of making a very small portion of Neopets TCG content. Like a Neopets game that was just rebooted like a year ago or whenever it was. That game has caught my eyeballs for probably the wrong reasons, but it caught my eyeballs. So maybe I'll do like a deck or a box opening or something. I don't know. Loops are generally unhealthy for any TCG, says ST4R64. Yeah, that's true. I have nothing to add to that. It's just a true statement. A block of tofu. Try to buy or you can ace at less than $3. TCG player kept just removing them from my cart, and now they're nearly bought out. I hate this hobby sometimes. I include this comment because I didn't know TCG player actually did that. When I think about this, I think to myself, you probably add the product to your cart, but then someone buys it in between the time you add it to your cart and you try to buy it, so then it removes it from the cart. That's what I think is happening, but I could be wrong. I don't know. I've never bought a card from TCG Player in my life. So if there's actually a problem here, I'm curious. You should let me know in the comments here. Panzer K. Got home, saw some medievals for under 80, instant purchase. And that's really how it goes, right? If you see steals, grab them up. You know, to the victor goes the spoils. The early bird catches the worm. Is that an AO? I don't know. AO. Yeah. Good job. And last, birds came down from Titania 777. They did. And you should grab them before it's too late. And I will leave the video there. I thought in another comment talking about my arrogance or something, but maybe I skipped it. Maybe I didn't include it. Oh, maybe it was this. I don't know. Anyway, that's all for today, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you later. Bye!